Good day, Druids, and welcome to our Summer 2021 ritual, as presented by Ravenscry Grove ADF. The world is now returning to somewhat normality, and with that, these are no longer a requirement. Instead, they've become an option. As you watch this, we here in California have just opened up and we're getting a few less restrictions. Perhaps where you are, this has already happened or will soon. What this means for us is that this is the last of our video virtual rituals. We'll be hosting our first in-person ritual at the Dragon and the Rose in Santa Ana the last day of July, the 31st, and we want you all to join us for Lunasaw. Please see our website, Ravenscry one word, .org for further details. So now, about our ritual. Today we're using the theme of Nordic tradition. You're going to hear words you have heard before pronounced differently than you'll have in the past. Today you'll hear Heimdall, Alfheim, Niflheim, and Muspelheim. These are the Germanic pronunciations of these words. However, today we'll be pronouncing them Heimdall, Alfheim, Niflheim, and Muspelheim. These, instead, are the Icelandic pronunciations and are more close to the original ancient pronunciations. You're going to hear us giving thanks, blessings, offerings, or sacrifices to some of the old gods you may recognize, such as Freyr, Freyja, Kvasir, and Heimdall, and our Earth Mother, the Jord. You'll also hear a number of times about Yggdrasil. For those that do not know, this is the infamous tree of knowledge where Odin sacrificed his eye to become the all-knowing All-Father. And lastly, a few words that we will say regularly that you're probably unfamiliar with. First, Landvættir. These are the land spirits. Next, we have Svolitjatha, which means, may it be so. And finally, there's Vithakthir, which we thank you. And now, for those that have joined us, Vithakthir, and on to our ritual. At winter's end in the old north, our far kin welcomed the returning sun. Our ancestors reveled in the short growing season that was to come with the summer, and looked forward to a time for travel and trade. These were the days when kings and jarls dispensed judgments and dooms and dealt important business. While the folk went about the work of summer, it was said that Freyr, frithful Lord of Alfheim, rode amongst the world of men upon his golden steed. This was truly Freyr's time, for these were the days of the greatest light, of fertile fields, and the mirth and joy that is summer. Let us now do the same. Guardian, hallow this stead.
Hammer in the north, hallow and hold this mighty steed. Hammer in the east, hallow and hold this mighty steed. Hammer in the south, hallow and hold this mighty steed. Hammer in the west, hallow and hold this mighty steed. I hallow and make this harrow and steed, bearing good for my folk. I banish all bale. May our hearts be made whole, may our minds be made open. As Heimdall bright wards Bifrost's bridge, be this steed warded from baneful weights.
Our stead is hallowed, and here we have created the threshold. Guardian, call forth the protector of the threshold, that outdwellers shall not dare to enter.
Heimdall, shining watcher of the Asgard, with you on the bridge, man and gods rest secure. Your presence alone banishes fear and threat. We ask that you watch this threshold and those within. Hail, Heimdall!
Dark and twisted wights unhallowed, you who dwell beyond our stead, who look with malice and with spite on the work we do. Take this offering so freely given, and trouble us not. Our stead is well warded by the mighty Mjolnir and the bright Heimdall.
Druids, feel the pull of our sacred space, calling you, whispering on the wind. Release the cares of your mundane life. Take a deep breath in and allow your mind to be still. In this space, we create our sacred realities. We can become all the kindreds believe us to be. Come forward, be purified, and attune yourself to mythic time. Let go. Cross the divide.
By water and land, by sea and by sand, by earth and by sky, by low and by high, by moonlight that grows, by the river that flows, by the home that I love, and the high ones above. By water and land, by sea and by sand, by earth and by sky, by low and by high, by seagull that flies, by the cracking of ice, by the ocean so wide and the swell of the tide, by water and land, by sea and by sand, by earth and by sky, by low and by high, where watchfires burn, may you safely return. Bring your ship to the shore as the old ones before.
Let us begin where we end and begin again, the ever-sustaining earth that bore us into creation.
Ah, Jord, we sing your praises. Earth Mother, Sustainer, from you we spring. Goddess of the uncivilized, uncultivated, wild earth. You who were Odin's first consort. You are the life-giving force of the planet. Mother of Thor, great giantess of lush and life-giving form. Great Jord, we do give you honor this eve. Earth Mother, we honor you with a kiss. Hail, the ever-giving Earth Mother. Jord, accept our offering. Svalikjatha.
For the earth forever turning, for the skies for every sea, for our lives, for all we cherish, sing we a joyful song of peace. For the mountains, hills, and pastures, in their silent majesty, for the stars, for all
We gather here to celebrate the eve of the summer solstice in honor of the Lord of Alfheim, gentle warrior, father, brother, lover fair. It is to give him honors and ask his blessings that we turn our thoughts upon bright Freyr and let his holy light illuminate us all.
Maids traditionally gathered herbs and dew on Midsummer's Eve and the morning of the summer solstice to be used in spells and charms to make themselves beautiful for prospective husbands. Many gazed into the crystal waters of a spring or a sacred pool to see the visions of their future spouse, or what the year would bring to them.
Midsummer's Eve is a time of great magic. The veil that separates the worlds of the Alfar and that of mortals is thin, easy to pass through. You may use this time to gaze beyond for the answers within. Freyr's magic is that of compassion and warmth, for he teaches the truest love. With love comes the lesson of resolution. In resolution is peace, and in peace is courage, and all these things together bring joy. Such are the blessings to all who would seek them.
Kvasir, made from the spit of Isir and Vanir gods. Wiser than all, there is no question you cannot answer. Slain by dwarves, your blood made into the mead of inspiration. Cunningly did Odin retrieve it through eagle-winged flight. 3 drops on man fell, and you inspired us. We call on you to inspire us this eve. Sweeten our speech, that our sacrifice may be pleasing to the kindreds. Mead bleeder, hear me. Word weaver, hear me. Kvasir, come, be the fire in our heads. Hail, Kvasir.
Now that we have called the Earth Mother an inspiration, let us attune ourselves to the work at hand.
Children of Earth, breathe deep and close your eyes. As we stand here, preparing to work the magic that is found in our ritual, let us pause and release all the tension that we may be carrying. Relax your arms and shoulders, ease your jaw and your forehead, and breathe deep into your belly. Now let us take 9 breaths together to find our center and order ourselves in this great work. For the first breath, our roots reach deep into the earth. For the second breath, we draw up the swirling, chaotic waters. For the third breath, we are filled with the cool waters. For the fourth breath, our branches reach high to the heavens. For the fifth breath, we draw down the ordering, creative fires. For the sixth breath, we are filled with the burning fires. For the seventh breath, the waters and fires alight, turning into the druid's mist. For the eighth breath, they expand and pour forth, filling our grove. For the ninth breath, we open our eyes, one grove, to work our magic together.
We honor Midgard, land that we share. We honor Niflheim, land of ice. We honor Muspelheim, land of fire.
We honor Hell and the halls of the dead. We honor Svartalheim, land of those who toil in darkness. We honor Jotunheim, land of wild giants.
We honor Asgard and the halls of the gods. We honor Alfheim, truth gift of Frey. We honor Vanaheim, light and airy. Let us now reestablish the sacred center of the worlds.
We stand at the center of the 9 realms and kindle our fire, flames of creation and destruction. Sacred fire, burn within us.
Blessed water that nourishes Yggdrasil, welling through the center of the realms. Sacred waters, flow within us.
Yggdrasil, axis of all the worlds, may we be deepened in your depths. May we be strengthened by your strength. Sacred tree, grow within us.
Now that we are centered and prepared and our hollows are ready, let us call upon our gatekeeper to open the gates by which we make offering.
She is the storm that washes over us in sleep. She is the heart of the dream. She is darkness unspeakable and light beyond bearing. She is the mist that rises on the meadow. Lady, Vanadis, Valfreya, bearer of Brisingamen, leader of light and love, fearless battle maiden, falcon-cloaked shapeshifter, strong in magic, cunning, skillful, battle-wise, bright goddess. It is you who taught All-Father and the Aesir magic. We ask join your magic with ours, that we may open the gates to allow our voices to be heard in the 9 realms. Hail Freya! I offer honey and roses to you.
My words echo in the will of wisdom. My words echo in the ears of the Disir. Let the well open as a gate. I drop the frithful rune into the well. My words soar over the burning of Bifrost. My words soar into the halls of the gods. Let the fire open as a gate. I drop the Kenaz rune into the fire. My words travel the trunk of Yggdrasil. My words travel the 9 realms. Let this tree become the axis of the worlds. I set the Iwaz stone to the tree. Latu, Vivera, Opith, let the gates be open.
We are now at the center of the worlds. Here, the kindred can hear our thoughts and know our hearts. Let there only be truth here. We now take this time to make our offerings to the kindreds, our ancestors, the Lamvaitir, the nature spirits, and the gods of both Aesir and Vanir.
Ancestors, welcome back from your dark halls. Like the well of Mimir, you bring us your wisdom and power from the days long past. May we grow and learn from your knowledge. Hear us this day and always. Hail the ancestors.
Druids, close your eyes. Take a moment to feel the ancestors as they join us here.
We are the ancestors ancestors speaking so true. Tap, tap, tapping the bone. Blessings of ages we bring unto you. Tap, tap, tapping the bone. Raven and rowan and willow and yew. Tap, tap, tapping the bone.
Anvetir, just as Yggdrasil is the axis of all the worlds, you are the lords and stewards of all the worlds. May we learn from your villages. Hear us this day and always. Hail, Anvetir.
Druids, close your eyes. Take a moment to feel the nature spirits as they join us here.
Spirits under cloud and tree, we welcome to this place. Fur and fin and scale and feather dancing in this space. Spirits under cloud and tree, we welcome to this place. Deepest ocean, highest nest, all creatures bless this space. Spirits under cloud and tree, we welcome to this place. Hoof and claw and wing and paw, we honor in this space. Spirits under cloud and tree, we welcome to this place.
Regan, we tend to our hearth fires to bring warmth and light to our homes. But it's you who have kindled our fires since before we were born. May we always shine bright in your honor. Hear us this day and always. Hail Regan!
Druids, close your eyes. Take a moment to feel the shining ones as they join us here.
Shining ones, we honor thee. Tall and strong like mighty tree. Light of life illuminate. Spinning all the strands of fate. From your realms among the stars, grant us talents and your powers. Shining ones, we honor thee.
spirit moves you, make praise offerings to the kindreds or your patrons. You may offer at the well, fire, or tree. Sing songs, recite poetry, dance, whatever would bring pleasure to the kindreds.
The Alfar reminds us of the beauty and art all around us. They tell us to work alone is never enough, that one must experience the beauty of the world. As we seek the wisdom of Freyr and his folk, the Jarls, let us offer them what beauty we can. We call to Jarls with song most resplendent. If you are so moved to dance about and sway during the bard's offering, please do so, as this will only add to the offering to them.
We are ancient as the sun. We came from the ocean, once our ancestral home, so that one day we could all return to our birthright, the great celestial dome. We are the children of the sun, our journey's just begun, sunflowers in our hair. We are the children of the sun, there's room for everyone, sunflowers in our hair. Throughout the ages of iron, bronze, and stone, we marveled at the night sky and what may lie beyond. We burned our frames to the elemental ones, made sacrifices for beauty, peace, and love. We are the children of the sun, our kingdom will come, sunflowers in our hair. We are the children of the sun, our carnival's begun, our songs will fill the air.
And now to feel midsummer's light and call to the Lord who delights in the season. The summer sun sets as the shadows draw nigh, and the eve of summer solstice begins. As the purple veil of night draws about the golden day, elf, sprite, and fay come forth to dance a magical round. Forest and field will know the midnight revels, and the elf Lord Freyr will, from Álfheim, come to lead them.
Hail to the frithful one, shining one, elf Lord fair, ocean rider, hail.
The scent of pine and forest flowers flowed on the gentle summer breeze. The soft chime of silver bells rings in the heady air of midsummer. The Lord Freyr comes, borne by bloody hooves, accompanied by the hosts of Álfheim.
Hail Freyr, lord of the field and forest, brother to Freya fair, bringer of midsummer magic, stag-crowned, shining elf, hail.
Clover and oak moss scent the air. Lord Frey rides forth on bold frithful fair. Hair of red gold flax, eyes of ocean blue, clad in samite fine, cloaked in forest hue. Midsummer magic, red burning gold, dance with the elf folk, forever young and old. Drink ruby wine, poured forth from silver bright, great the solstice sun's ever blessed light.
Hail Freyr, wielder of stag's crown, rider of ocean's crest, Freyfaxi fair your steed, traveller fair, hail.
Gather herbs charmed neath misty moon and star, sing a runic lay calling gods afar. Cast roses on water crystal clear, let love's visage come called by elvish seer.
Hail to the all-giving earth, hail to the Yolsafar, hail, Freyr.
Now to seek the visions of that which may come to pass, or to ask the aid of the Fey folk. Cast your herbs of midsummer upon the waters of the pond. Then you have but to look deep within the waters, deep within yourself, to partake of the wisdom of Freyr and his people. Ask for the help of the Alfar and Freyr in receiving an answer to your question. This is your personal omen or your vision for midsummer.
O noble, ancient, and shining ones, incense we have offered to your shrines, offerings we have made through the well, fire, and tree. Kindreds, all this we give to you in the name of Ghosti. May our piety increase your magic, may our courage increase your power, and may our fertile spirit show the world your abundance. Mighty kindreds, accept our sacrifices.
If out of ignorance or faulty memory, if we for any reason have offended you, O kindreds of our people, hear us now. Accept this offering of our regrets as recompense, and know our hearts and our intent are pure. Sir, what blessings and wisdom do the kindred offer us in return?
The omen presented here all speaks of great transformation and changes, prosperity and abundance coming in, but that it comes through one's own contemplation and one's own state of being and awareness, not so much jumping outside and causing great changes as much as we experience the great changes around us and how it affects us. For example, the ancestors, they bring us transformation, breakthroughs. It's daylight versus the darkness. This makes sense because we are going into the summer solstice right now. But Dagas represents like radical transitions that we're not used to. And let's face it, it's kind of strange going out to restaurants with friends again. Even though we're still masked, some of us are maybe not used to going out to movie theaters again. So this is a time of, again, great change, and it's achievement and prosperity. But don't collapse into your old thoughts, and don't do anything rash or reckless during this time. The nature spirits, interestingly, bring us Urus, which happens to be the aurochs. Leave it to the nature spirits to bring us a rune that represents an animal, of course. So what is the aurochs? It's a nasty critter that was hard to tame and hard to do anything with except hunt and eat. It took a lot of breeding from our European ancestors to breed aurochs to finally bring the docile milk cow and the hardworking bull. So it took a lot of transformation and courage to be able to do this. This represents a lot of strength. So strength is needed during this time, and it's also positive growth and change because you are transforming one creature into another that's useful for humans. But it also represents having to leave behind that which no longer serves you and to leave behind things that, again, are no longer like a loss. You may have lost someone, you may have lost a way of doing things, maybe even you lost a job. But again, there's strength involved, there's work ahead, and it is a good rune. So the Shining Ones, they bring us, again, great changes. What's interesting is Thor's hammer, Thurzaz, is on top of these changes. And even though we think of Thor's hammer as a very active principle, Thurzaz is telling us not to go about doing something right away. It's kind of like standing at a threshold. And before you step beyond that threshold, you better think first before you take the first step. This makes sense because we are going into another Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde is a time for the REs, like relive, record, remember, rethink. It's a time to step back and analyze before taking sudden action. And speaking of the Shining Ones, they also give us Perth, which is hiding under Thurzaz. And Perth is a rune of the gods, so to speak. It's the rune from heaven. So that's appropriate that it's the Shining Ones giving us their rune, so to speak. It's unknowable. It's surprises sometimes and gains that you probably were not anticipating. But again, it's like a form of initiation. So initiation involves the inside of yourself, not so much the changes on the outside. So the runes here in the omen represent great changes to our benefit and to the world, but it's also stressing that these changes start from within. Examine yourself carefully not to make any rash decisions as you step outside your door. Blessings to you this summer solstice.
We are now ready to receive the blessings of the gods. We have given to them wholeheartedly, and as in days of old, so now it is done, a gift for a gift. Blood of Kvasir, mead of inspiration, be blessed by the kindreds. Druids, all our offerings, all we have done so far in our rite, have led to this moment. This is magic time. We have made our offerings to the powers, and now we shall ask for their blessings in return. Visualize the blessings that each of you desire and need from the kindreds. See it clearly in your mind's eye. And when we ask for the waters of life, when we say, "Give us the waters of life," see the blessings you desire descend into the upraised cup like a mist, filling the cup. And when we drink of the waters, you will receive your blessing. So close your eyes. Take a moment to visualize your needs and the needs of our grove, and that we may all receive the blessings we desire. Odin, bless this mead and make it mead fit for the gods.
Kindred 3, we call for the blessing of the ancient ones. We ask you, ancestors, grant us the waters. Kindred 3, we call for the blessing of growth and community. We ask you, Landvatir, grant us the waters. Kindred 3, we call for the blessings of magic and love. We ask you, Shining Ones, grant us the waters.
Children of the earth, do you accept these blessings? Then drink heartily, for these are the waters of life.
Pour the waters, raise the cup, drink your share of wisdom deep. Strength and joy now fill us up, as the elder ways we keep. When in ancient pagan days, fire was lit in sacred groves, powers of the gods did flow, bringing healing, wit, and love. We in our time likewise go to the grove our true to give, to the gods the dead, the she, and their blessings to receive. So pour the waters, raise the cup, drink your share of wisdom deep. Strength and joy now fill us up, as the elder ways we keep.
The kindreds have blessed us, so as we prepare to depart, let us give thanks to those who have aided us.
shining ones, for being with us and showing us the way. Vithaka Thir, we thank you.
Ancestors, for your wisdom and guidance now and always, we say Vithaka Thir, we thank you.
Anvete, for upholding and protecting this land, we say Vithaka Thir, we thank you.
Heimdall, for guarding the threshold and warding our steps, we say, Vith Thakatir, we thank you.
Freya, teacher of magic, we say, Vithakathir, we thank you. Once more we ask you to join your magic with ours and aid us as we close the gates. Let the fire now be but this flame that warms the hearths and flesh. Let the well now be but water that nourishes and cools. Let the tree now be the very heart of us that we carry forth from this place. Let all be as it was before. Let the gates be closed.
Yord, Earth Mother, from the gods to the earth to us, from us to the earth to the gods. We give you all remaining offerings, for what comes from the earth may return to the earth. For upholding the world and granting us your blessings, we say, Vithakathir, we thank you.
As we began, so let us end. May your summer season be joyful and blessed with the warmth of Freyr. This rite comes to an end as the mead flows and the feasting begins. All hail the gods, and let the feasting begin!
Sing cuckoo, no sing cuckoo, sing cuckoo, no sing cuckoo, no sing cuckoo, no sing cuckoo.
Summer is coming in, Lord of Alfheim, croweth sad and bloweth mad and springeth the wood anew. Sing cuckoo, our blatteth after lomloth after calvacoo. Bullock starteth, book of verteth, moori sing cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo, well thou singest cuckoo, no swick thou now or no.
Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing cuckoo. Groweth sad and bloweth mad and spring the world anew. Sing cuckoo.
Summer is a-comin' in, Lord of cuckoo. Groweth sad and bloweth mad and spring the world anew. Sing cuckoo. Our breath is after lomloth after calvacoo.
Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing cuckoo. Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing anew. Sing cuckoo,
Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing cuckoo. Groweth sad and bloweth mad and springeth the wood anew. Sing cuckoo, our breath is after lomloth after calvacoo.
Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing cuckoo. Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing anew. Sing cuckoo,
Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing cuckoo. Groweth sad and bloweth mad and springeth the wood anew. Sing cuckoo, our breath is after lomloth after calvacoo.
Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing cuckoo. Summer is a-comin' in, loudy sing anew. Sing cuckoo,
Summer is coming in, through the silver glow. Grow with sad and glow with madness, bring the water. Sing the cuckoo with madness, of the land of after long lost after cuckoo.
Summer is coming in, and Lord is cuckoo. Sing glow with madness, bring the wood anew. Sing cuckoo.
Summer is coming in, through the silver glow. Grow with sad and blow with madness, bring the wood anew. Sing cuckoo, our planteth after long lost after cuckoo. Full sterteth book of verteth mori sing cuckoo. Cuckoo, cuckoo, well thou singest cuckoo, no swick thou now or no.